What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Nature Freaks podcast. It's me, Petunia, and today's topic is earthquakes. Now, living in California, I have been lucky enough to survive about 3 major earthquakes because my parents stayed on the Weather Channel. But today with me, I have my mother to explain earthquake preparedness, a geographer to explain the locations that are prone to earthquakes, a FEMA representative to explain how disaster relief can come in clutch, a seismologist to describe how earthquakes are measured, and a survivor of the 6.7 magnitude earthquake that happened here in California in 1994. I would like to preface this by saying natural disasters are no joke whatsoever. So that is why it is essential to be as prepared as you can be if you need help in any way, shape, or form to get prepared for any natural disaster. It's a link in my bio as well as a 1-800 number linked directly to FEMA in the bio as well. Now, without further ado, I would like to welcome Miss Eloise Sphinx to the podcast. Hello, everyone. I am Eloise Sphinx. Yes, like the cat. I am a geographer mainly in California, and I'm a professor at Pepperdine University as well. So the majority of earthquakes happen along what's called the Ring of Fire. This boundary is between the Pacific Plate and different plates around surrounding areas of Asia, America, Australia, and Antarctica. The other 2 main areas where earthquakes happen are the Alpine Belt and the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which the Alpine Belt is included in the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, but for now we'll just differentiate the two. The reason earthquakes occur is because of tectonic plates, where the plates are constantly moving, as well as subduction zones where one plate is shoved under another plate and stress just continues to build, which causes an earthquake. Another reason is because of the collisions of tectonic plates. So yes, even though earthquakes happen in these 3 main areas, earthquakes can still happen just about anywhere. So it's good for everyone to be prepared just in case it hits your area, even if you're living in, say, New York. Thank you so much, Miss Sphinx. It's really important to know the main areas of where earthquakes strike. Now, to keep on that wave of the movements of earthquakes, I would like to welcome Ariana Adams, who is an accomplished seismologist. Thank you so much for that fabulous introduction. I really appreciate it. As Ms. Petunia stated, I am a seismologist for the Channel 7 News, and I, as well as 3 others, are responsible for understanding how Earth works internally. So, me, as well as my other 3 counterparts, work on trying to understand the patterns of when, where, and how earthquakes occur so that we can better be prepared. As a seismologist, we have to determine the magnitude of an earthquake so that people can be at discretion if they need to evacuate or if they're fine where they are. As seismologists, we use seismographs, which are a recording of the shaking of the ground in a specific location. It's a pretty fun job, but sometimes it can be a little scary and frustrating. Thank you so much for the insight, Ms. Adams. It's a really important thing that you do. Next, we will have Catalina Sanchez, the FEMA representative, to tell you what FEMA does and how to get in contact with them. Hello, everyone. Like Petunia said, I am Catalina Sanchez, and I am a representative for the California FEMA office. And FEMA stands for Federal Emergency Management Agency, and we just help people get back on their feet after about any natural disaster. We have a subsection specifically for earthquakes called NEHRP, which stands for National Earthquake Hazard Reduction Program. This helps to reduce fatalities and injuries caused by earthquakes. We have many subsections underneath the FEMA name to help with different types of natural disasters. So, to get in contact with FEMA, you can just visit the FEMA website, fema.gov, or the phone number, which is 1-800-621-3362. Thank you so much, Miss Sanchez. I'm pretty sure there's someone out there who really needed that information. So, next we will have Diane Kingston, a survivor of the 1994 California earthquake. She was so gracious to join us and be willing to tell us all about her experience. Hi, I'm Diane, and in 1994, I was about 15 years old when a 6.7 magnitude earthquake struck my family and I's home. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember I was home alone with my younger sister and brother, and then all of a sudden I felt the ground shaking beneath me. I started panicking, and then I remember my younger siblings needed me, so I just sprung into action. I remember they were outside playing, and I just ran out there and just scooped them up and then ran into my parents' closet where we stayed for, I don't even know how long, but when I came to, it was hundreds of sirens and lights and people calling me the Wonder Kids because I didn't let my siblings go, not once, and it basically saved our lives. Wow, how touching, Diane. That had me holding my breath and I wasn't even there. Wonder Kid is the truth. Now, last but definitely not least, I would like to introduce my mom, Lori Ann Schmidt. She'll be filling you in on some things to help you get better prepared for natural disasters. Hi, y'all. I'm Petunia's mother, and originally I am from South Carolina, but when Petunia was born, I moved to California, and it's been great. But I had to quickly adjust to protect not only myself, but my family from natural disasters. So I would say that, firstly, you need to make sure that you're watching the news and forecast daily so you're in the loop if they can predict a natural disaster. When you are watching the news, they will try to predict the magnitude of the earthquake. And if the magnitude is high, then you should see if you can escape. But if not, try an area where you can safely stay, where the structure is sturdy enough to protect you and your internal organs. If you're in a house or a building, find a structure where it's sturdy enough for you to protect yourself and your organs. And if you're in a car, immediately stop driving and find somewhere safe for you to park and protect your head and your internal organs. Before any natural disaster can occur, whatever the case may be, you and your immediate family and or friends and extended family should have an escape plan drawn out for the protocol and the central meeting areas after the initial shock and before the aftershock. In drastic measures, make sure you have viable food and water sources just in case the power grids do go down and resources are scarce. Being safe during an earthquake is all about having a proper plan. And I think that's all the information I have to share right now. So thank you so much, Sweetie Pie, for having me. Thanks, Mom, and the rest of you ladies. I really appreciate you all for coming and providing my viewers with some insight. As you all know, I will always have resources in my bio, and you can DM me as well. Thank you so much for coming to the Nature Freaks podcast. See you guys next week. Bye.